March 8th, 2022. I'd like to ask. Right here. Try to feed off of that. Thank you. Next, we have roll call legislative clerk Tracy Wade.
Joseph Hicks,
Here.
Charles McHenry, Galen Cloud,
Here.
Harold Proctor,
Here.
Nelson Harjo. Chairman, you have 5 present and 0 absent.
5 present, 0 absent constitutes a quorum. Any business conducted this evening will be official. Next, we have is approval of minutes for February 8th, 2022 and February 22nd, 2022. Give committee time to review and ask for a motion.
Chair,
Yes.
make a motion to approve all minutes with any necessary changes.
Motion been made by Representative Hicks to approve the minutes with any approved changes. Seconded by Representative McHenry. Roll call. Oh, I'm sorry, that was Representative Harjo. Roll call.
Galen Cloud,
Yes.
Joseph Hicks,
Yes.
Charles McHenry, Nelson Harjo.
Yes.
Chairman, you have 4 in favor, 0 against.
4 in favor and 0 against. Minutes have been approved. Next we have is order of business. First up we have is emergency assistance grant, Piggott Chapel United Methodist Church. Miss Lewis McGeely. Could you come to the podium, please? Yes, you have your emergency assistance grant. What it involves the a replacement of a lawnmower. Is that correct?
Yes, it is. I think I've been at Piggott Chapel for 2 years now, but the mower that they had got, I guess I'm not for sure. I think they sent a police report had got stolen, and we're just trying to replace it. And it was a couple of years ago. I think it got stolen.
Okay, thank you. Questions from committee? Yes.
I called out to Piggott Chapel today, but I didn't get a. Nobody called me back. But my question was that I seen when I was reading the report that it had the lawnmower was, I guess, spotted on Facebook. One of the sales on there. I didn't know if the Piggott Chapel had if that was the lawnmower that was stolen from you guys.
No, it was a new one. I think. Like I said, I wasn't there at the time. You know, I wasn't didn't have charge there at that church.
Mm.
2 years, and it was stolen before that.
Oh, okay.
I think it was a new one. It was a new one that they had bought. Just, I think it was from a grant for money from here before.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know if you guys got the old one back or if it was already damaged when y'all did get it back.
Donated with them one.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what we've been using lately.
Those are my questions, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Any more questions or comments? I believe there is. We had three bids on this, and also we went with the bid of $46.40. No more questions? Yes, Representative McHenry. Motion to approve by Representative McHenry,
I'll
Second.
second it.
seconded by Representative Hicks. Roll call.
Charles McHenry. Nelson Harjo.
Yes.
Galen Cloud.
Yes.
Joseph Hicks.
Yes.
Chairman, you have 4 in favor, 0 against.
4 in favor and 0 against. That motion passes for the amount of $4,640.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next item we have is TR 22-044, a tribal resolution of Muskogen Creek Nation authorizing the principal chief to execute 2 separate agreements for gas installation by Oklahoma Natural Gas Company for the Muskogen Creek Nation GSA warehouse and a safe space facility located in Oatmoge, Oklahoma. Sponsors Galen Cloud.
Chair, make motion to pass.
Motion for due pass by Representative Cloud,
Second.
second by Representative Hicks. Discussion.
I'd like to give the floor to Jesse Allen.
Good evening, Council. This is 2 agreements like the legislation states. It's for natural gas service to the safe space facility and also the GSA warehouse. And this is a high-powered gas line, so it'll be able to service other facilities along that area if we desire at some point.
Yes, that's what one of the questions I was going to ask, if it was big enough for a volume for
Yes.
added
Yes.
facilities. Okay,
Yes, that's correct.
good. Thank you. Any questions from committee? Question from council? Any audience? Hearing none. Roll call vote.
Galen Cloud.
Yes.
Joseph Hicks.
Yes.
Charles McHenry. Nelson Harjo.
Yes.
Chairman, you have 4 in favor, 0 against.
4 in favor and 0 against. That motion passes. Next item we have is TR 22-045, a tribal resolution of Muskogen Creek Nation authorizing the principal chief to execute a memorandum of agreement between the Muskogen Creek Nation and Shelter School District for the Shelter School Parking Lot Project. Sponsors Nelson Harjo Sr.
Chairman, I'd like to make a motion for due pass.
Motion for due pass by Representative Harjo, second by Representative McHenry. Discussion.
I would like to defer my time to Mr. Allen, whoever he may have with him.
Good evening. This MOA is between the nation and Shelter School District to construct a parking lot at the Shelter School. And it'll be funded with federal funds through the Tribal Transportation Program. And we intend to build this parking lot this summer.
Thank you. Questions for Mr. Edwards? Questions from council in the audience? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Nelson Harjo.
Yes.
Galen Cloud.
Yes.
Joseph Hicks.
Yes.
Charles McHenry. Chairman, you have 4 in favor, 0 against.
4 in favor and 0 against. That motion passes. Next item we have is NCA 22-021, a law of Muskogen Creek Nation authorizing an appropriation of funds for the installation of natural gas utility service for the Muskogen Creek Nation GSA warehouse and safe space facility. Sponsors Galen Cloud.
Chair, make a motion to due pass.
Motion for due pass by Representative Cloud,
Say it.
second by Representative Hicks. Discussion.
I'd like to give the floor to Jesse Allen.
Thank you. This is for the funding for the mentioned 2 high-powered natural gas lines to service the area.
Okay, thank you. Questions from committee? Questions from council and audience? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Galen Cloud.
Yes.
Joseph Hicks.
Yes.
Charles McHenry. Nelson Harjo.
Yes.
Chairman, you have 4 in favor, 0 against.
4 in favor and 0 against. That motion passes and be forwarded to BF&J for funding. that includes the order of business. Now we're in other business, and we have a grant, Muskogen Creek Nation Church and Ceremonial Grant, La Flaco United Methodist Church, Beverly Parker.
You just want me to tell you what the money's for?
Yes, and what
Okay,
we're
we had,
addressing here.
we had our roof completed with a grant we got from Creek Nation. And the bid was for 32.9, but they didn't know how much damage was gonna be done to the decking. Cause the last time we had the roof done, they didn't replace any of the decking and we had had leaks after that. But there was only like inside, they walked around when they come and did the bid, and there was only like 2 places that it had leaked. But when they took the decking off, there was a lot of rot on that roof. I think it's been there since the church was built, which was 1920. So,
Mhm.
and I know with the ice and everything we've had lately, there was still a lot of ice on the roof when they come and cleared it off. So they sent a change order in for all the decking they had to add, and some of the tin or the flashings or whatever it was that was around the steeple.
All right, thank you. So basically, they fixed the problem
Yes,
before.
they had to do it
Mhm.
before they could actually put the roof back on because they
Yes.
said their nails wouldn't have held their roofing on, so it had to be done.
I see. Questions from committee? Uh, Alicia, on this one here, they had gotten 39, 39.5, uh, and with this change order or with when they fixed the roof, they added 3,900. And this is through a grant. Is this something that we have to uh, pass with a total, a new total? I mean, it was passed for 39.5 in January of last year, or this year. I'm sorry, of this year. 29. I think you're right. Mhm. We're just going to approve the total, including what was already done. Or we're going to approve to pay for everything. Yes, okay. And what would be the total? 43.4 will be the new total. Okay. So basically, what we had approved a percentage earlier in the earlier application, and they come back with the 3,900 additional. So we're going to approve for 43,400. Yes. How much? 8,000. They said 43. Okay, hold on just a second. Let's look at our totals.
It was 29 and 8,000.
Okay. He's got it. Oh, okay.
Or 29.
Okay, now. So 43.4 is a total. Okay. Also, I want to ask you, do you have, since you got, we go in increments of 5,000 with these grants, usually. Do you have anything that your church would need that would, you're allowed up to 50,000?
Well, We did, the guttering had to be taken off. So whenever they put the roof up,
Mm-hmm.
it was just hanging anyway. It's been old and leaking too. So the guttering,
So you would have around 6,600 left, I believe.
yeah. We have the
Or-
guttering and possibly the sewer lines. They had told us that they were, the the septic, lines, lateral lines
Mhm.
were over the years have kind of caved in, so we've got that.
Well, if you,
Do we need to get a bid for both of those things?
yes, probably you would need some bids and find out. Now, you should have about 6,000.
Okay, whenever I turn my deal in to begin with my application, I did mention the sewer lines, but I never did, Keith never did get a bid on those, so we could get a bid for that.
Okay. Yes. If you're allowed up to 50,000, but if you go any over that, that would be on.
On us.
Yes.
That's what I told Tracy. I didn't know how that worked this time. That's what we were applying for, the 50,000, but
Oh, okay.
I didn't know, whenever he came back with that, whether that would be on us or they would pay for that since we were still under the 50,000.
We can approve it. So
We really appreciate it. The roof looks wonderful. And so we think it's going to last a lot longer than the last one did because it was
Okay.
done right this time.
All right. All right. Thank you. So we can approve the 50 total, and they can come back with any receipts that they've completed the project. Is that right, Alicia? Okay. You need quotes.
Okay, we can get the quotes, that's not a problem, and do we still need to get two? Okay, on both things, okay,
Okay. So we can postpone this for time being until you can bring us some quotes.
okay, what does that mean? Are y'all gonna pay A-Best or not?
And that's what my question is. They're looking for their payment, the roofing.
Yeah, the roofing people are,
Okay, and readdress it with the remaining. Okay. So we will definitely pay the roofing a best, and we're going to approve 43,400 tonight, and then readdress this with the remaining funds.
okay, that would be great,
Okay.
thank you.
Any other questions?
Chair, I'll make a motion to approve the 43-4 and come back later for the rest.
Motion been made by Representative Hicks to approve the amount of 43,400, and then readdress the remaining, and
sorry.
that's okay. And then seconded by Representative Cloud. Questions? Roll call vote.
Joseph Hicks,
Yes.
Charles McHenry, Nelson Harjo,
Yes.
Galen Cloud.
Yes.
Chairman, you have 4 in favor, 0 against.
4 in favor and 0 against. That motion passes for 43,400. Next item we have is TR 22-048. Need a motion to add to the agenda.
Chair, I'll make a motion to add TR 22-048 to the agenda, please.
Motion been made by Representative Hicks to add TR 22-048 to the agenda. Seconded by Representative McHenry. Roll call.
Joseph Hicks,
Yes.
Charles McHenry, Nelson Harjo,
Yes.
Galen Cloud.
Yes.
Chairman, we have 4 in favor, 0 against.
4 in favor and 0 against it. Motion passes. TR 22-048 is added to the agenda. A tribal resolution of Mosquito Creek Nation authorizing the principal chief to execute an agreement with the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development, acting by and through the Southern Plains Office of Native American Programs. Sponsor is Nelson Harjo Sr.
Have anybody here from housing that can speak to this? Or who?
Need a motion.
Oh, I'm sorry. Motion for due pass. I'm sorry.
Motion for due pass by Representative Harjo.
Second.
Second by Representative Hicks. Discussion.
Okay.
Yes, Mr. Dillinger, can you speak on this?
Good evening, committee members and Mr. Chair. I believe really what this legislation is doing, there's a voluntary compliance agreement that has been kind of negotiated between the nation and Southern Plains office for an audit that was due from housing, I believe September 30th of 2020. And the reason the audit has not been submitted yet is because of the COVID arose, and so everything has not been able to, the auditors have not been able to get everything and complete the audit. So an agreement is in place. The Southern Plains office is good with this compliance agreement. They know we've been doing everything we can to get the audit done, we being housing. And so this agreement just allows until April, let me get the date here, allows for an extension of time until April 29th of 2022 to get this audit done. And so the understanding is that will be, the audit for 2020 will be completed by then. So really what this does is just gives the nation an extension of time to get this submitted and to be in compliance with the federal requirements. So.
Okay, thank you. Any questions? Questions from committee? Questions from council in the audience? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Nelson Harjo,
Yes.
Galen Cloud,
Yes.
Joseph Hicks,
Yes.
Charles McHenry. Chairman, you have 4 in favor, 0 against.
4 in favor and 0 against. That motion passes. That concludes the other business. Next we have is announcements. Do we have any announcements? No announcements. And down to adjournment and benediction. I'd like to ask Representative Harjo if you would offer the benediction, which will serve as our adjournment. Amen. Meeting adjourned. 6:54.